Stephen Hopkins was notably exceptional in his beautiful penmanship, but his signature stands out from the rest for the noticeable shake that he experienced while signing. He said about the moment he signed, quote, "My hand trembles, my heart does not."
Stephen Hopkins.
Stephen Hopkins.
Stephen Hopkins.
Stephen Hopkins was born on March 7, 1707 in present-day Scituate, Rhode Island. Though his childhood education was limited in comparison to his peers, Stephen was notably exceptional for his penmanship as well as in math, which allowed him to be an excellent surveyor. Since his talents couldn't be contained into just one profession, Stephen went into business as a farmer and a surveyor after he finished with his formal education. As a man of great intelligence, it's no surprise that Stephen would find a wife very early in his life. He was able to marry Sarah Scott in 1726, and the pair would go on to have 7 children before Sarah passed away. Stephen was then married to Anne Smith, and although they never had any children together, the pair were just as strong as any other. In 1730, Stephen got started in his political career close to home in his local government, serving as Justice of the Peace, then as a clerk in his hometown, then as Justice of the Inferior Court, as well as numerous other positions concurrently with his other duties. In 1751, Stephen was elevated to Chief Justice of Rhode Island Supreme Court, where he served for 2 consecutive terms, after which he was reelected as governor of Rhode Island. He served in this role on and off until 1768. In 1774, Stephen was elected as one of only 2 representatives from Rhode Island for the Continental Congress. After much deliberation and debate, Stephen was finally able to sign the Declaration of Independence on the 4th of July, 1776, at the age of 69. But Stephen's signature stands out from the rest for the noticeable shake he was experienced while signing. Now, previously, we stated that Stephen was notably exceptional in his beautiful penmanship, but his shaking wasn't due to any fear or any internal conflict. Stephen was suffering from palsy in his hands at this point in his life. He said about the moment that he signed, quote, "My hand trembles, but my heart does not," unquote. Stephen resigned from the Congress shortly after his signature to the Declaration of Independence. To tend to his own failing health, he served for several more years back home in Rhode Island as a member of the General Assembly until 1779, at which point he finally retired from public service to spend the remainder of his days at home with his family. He was fortunate enough to have enjoyed this time for about 6 years until the 13th of July, 1785, when he finally passed away at the age of 78. Charles Augustus Goodrich writes of Stephen, "He delighted in literature and science. He was attentive to books and a close observer of mankind. Thus, he went on improving until the period of his death. As a public speaker, he was always clear, precise, pertinent, and powerful. I want to be just like Stephen Hopkins. I also love observing people. People can teach you so many things, and people taught him to be precise and powerful, just like his great big good heart that was so firm at the time of the signing of the Declaration of Independence." The end.